I need to do something before we go to this next one. Hold on.
Go ahead.
You are not allowed to have this while I review this. El Favre.
Yep.
El Favre, the Southern Mississippi Storm. He is like El Nino. He goes wherever he goes. It's an amazing thing. It's something you never forget.
Can I say
he
something?
Is El Favre.
Can I
don't
say
want
something?
to let you say anything.
Well, you're going to have to.
You can't have this anymore.
He is the most entertaining quarterback in the history of the game. He
Yes.
is the gunslinger.
Yes.
I love Brett Favre. He is one of the Packers Hall of Fame quarterbacks. I love the Packers. I love Brett Favre. Brett Favre is one of the most overrated quarterbacks. Again, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback, not even a question. But is he love your face. Is he the greatest quarterback of all time, or even in that discussion?
No. He's the greatest quarterback
yes,
of all time.
they do. Packer fans do it all the time. If I'm calling out Yankees fans, I'm calling out my own right now. They think Brett Favre is all that and a bag of chips. They put him ahead of Aaron Rodgers or Bart Starr, and he's neither. He
saved the Packers. This is the quarterback of my childhood.
Yes.
All-time leader in yards.
Do you want me to start on the list?
All-time leaders in touchdowns. All-time leader in starts.
508 touchdowns. He also leads the league in a record 336 interceptions. Oh, by the way, he also leads the league with 166 fumbles all time. He was sacked 525 times. He could make a throw. The greatest throw he ever made was as a Viking.
Yes.
But you knew one thing going into
frozen rope to the back of the end zone versus the Niners. That's one of the greatest throws I've ever seen in the NFL.
Correct.
Favre, I love you. I'm just going to set you down because I want to hold you the whole time.
So, one thing you knew going into any game that Favre played, he was going to make a big play. May not be for your team, but he was going to make one.
It was the biggest complaint I had about Aaron Rodgers for so long. It was Favre going into 2 minutes. One of two things were going to happen. You were either going to win or lose in a spectacular way.
Yeah, but Rodgers goes into 2 minutes and he wins the games. He can throw the Hail Marys. Do you remember the last game he played as a Packer?
He got cold.
He threw an interception. Do you remember the last game he played, Viking fans, for your franchise? One of the worst interceptions on the face of the planet.
Yeah, it was bad.
He is a Hall of Famer.
Holmgren doesn't leave. Whatever happened between Ron Wolf and Mike Holmgren, where Holmgren ends up leaving and then Ron Wolf leaves a few years later and we get stuck with Mike Sherman for the next decade, I'll never understand. Like, we win more Super Bowls. I mean, we beat the Broncos if it wasn't for Holmgren announcing that he's leaving for Seattle.
Okay,
he's a 3-time MVP.
That's
he's a Super Bowl champion.
Yes.
He's an NFL Offensive Player of the Year, 3-time All-Pro, 3-team second team
and
All-Pro.
He lost.
4-time NFL passing touchdown leader, 2-time NFL yards leader. Yes, I'm going through all of these. You can just wait. NFL 1990 All-Decade Team, NFL 100th Anniversary All-Time Team, number 4 retired, Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer. He's an actual Hall of Famer. Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year, Southern Mississippi Eagles, number 4 retired. This guy is amazing. How is he overrated?
Was a great quarterback. Because if you're most Packer fans look at him, and I've heard it on NFL Network, I've heard it on ESPN with some of their announcers saying he's the greatest quarterback of all time. No, he's not. He's not even, if he's in the top 10, he's at number 10. He is overrated because he's not as great as people assign him to. Excuse me, John Madden, he's not as great as you said he was. 3 games ended. 3 playoff games ended because he threw ridiculous interceptions. You can't be considered the greatest of all time with that kind of a record. I love Brett Favre. He was the gunslinger. He also broke my heart on more occasions than I'd like to count by making stupid throws. Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than he was.
Yes, I've
Bart
said that.
Starr
He
is a
went.
better quarterback than he was. Joe Montana is a better quarterback than he was. John Elway is a better quarterback than he was. I could go down the list even further. Warren Moon was a better quarterback than he was.
Yeah, I'm not denying that.
You want me to continue?
Favre is still one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time to ever play the game. I'm not saying he's the number one.
He's not even in the top 10.
I don't agree.
If he is, he's at 10.
But he's there.
He took advantage of rules that were made for him. He's got the record streak of 299 games, which to
97.
the detriment of the Jets. He should have come out in that season, and they may have went farther if he would have just taken a break. But he was more worried about that streak than he was about the Jets getting into the playoffs and winning. I love Brett Favre. He is the gunslinger, but he's not the greatest of all time. He is an overrated all-time great.
He may not love you anymore, Brett, but I still love you.
I